Leading into the World Cup, Jordan Pefok is just one of many forwards competing for the starting spot as America's number 9. He had an incredible previous season for the Swiss club BSC Young Boys, leading the club to its second Champions League ever, and was bought by the Bundesliga side Union Berlin this summer for around $6.6 million. Now, all of this leads me to two questions. Why is there so much uncertainty about who should start as striker for the United States? And why, out of every American playing internationally, am I talking about him today? So, to better understand both, this clip will give some context.
Good well to find Acosta here. It's Kelly Acosta. Flighted in for Gio Reyna, knocked down as Pefok!
Apologies for that last clip. It really shows that the uncertainty is well warranted. On the plus side, we did get to see Gio giving his best LeBron impression, which would mean that I'm doing a video about J.R. Smith, but trust me, there's a redemption arc. Now, prior to that miss, Jordan Pefok was putting in consistently good performances at club level. And it's important to note that because he's playing in the Swiss League. I don't even know how you would watch the Swiss League in America. And while I said playing in the Swiss League, I more mean completely destroying it. At that time, he was leading the Swiss League in goals, scoring in the Champions League, and functioning as a lethal striker, which was the position that for the United States, everybody had suggestions for who would be the best in that position, but nobody had a real answer. Now, I understand the Swiss Super League isn't regarded as a top 5 league in Europe. The numbers Pefok managed were still very impressive. And also, just look at the goals he's scoring. These are the exact style of goals you'd want from your striker. Not to mention the consistency at which he was able to do so, which is something that every other American candidate for the job lacked at that time. So, how consistent was he? Well, he became the first American ever to win the Golden Boot in a European league with 22 goals. Along with that, he scored in both the Champions League qualifiers and the main stage, resulting in the best season of his career thus far, totaling 27 goals and 5 assists in all competitions. And if you're learning about him just now, you're probably thinking, cool, it's not every day you see an American averaging a goal or an assist every 99 minutes in Europe. But it's the Swiss League. Who's even playing against? And I personally had that same train of thought, as he looked significantly less lethal on the US in the games that he played. However, the amount of opportunities received were criminally low, regardless of the league he's playing in. It's incredible to me that he scored 15 goals for his club in between his first and second World Cup qualifying call-up. Not appearance, just call-up. And after all of that, he got 30 minutes at the tail end of that Mexico game that I showed in the opening clip. And in my opinion, this is strictly because the goals he's scoring are in a league that is not covered in America. And that leads us to his transfer this past summer to Union Berlin, a team in the Bundesliga offering a higher level of play and competition. Personally, I love this move as it gives Pefok a chance to prove his quality to both a critical and uninformed American audience. Additionally, it allows us to see how he works into a new system rather than the previous one he had spent 2 years in. And I don't mean to overvalue that, but in international play, the squad has very few training sessions and games comparatively to club play. As of now, he has 3 goals and 2 assists in just 6 games, on pace for an even better season than the one he had last year, and yet somehow is currently rumored to not be in the World Cup squad. So, I don't know what he has to do.
In by Becker! Brilliant header! An instant hero, Jordan Sibacher! A goal in the cup last weekend, and a goal today that will mean so much more.
And then Sibacher, the new signing, in the perfect position. Oh, great to watch the counter-attack.
A brilliant goal. He scored on opening weekend in the derby against Hertha. A perfect start. He got one in the cup as well, an acrobatic effort.